I'm Rachel from Parenting Central, and this is the Ergobaby Embrace. It is Ergobaby's latest baby carrier, and it is unlike anything that they have ever made before. It is a hybrid carrier, so it is halfway between a wrap and a structured carrier, and it is an exciting addition to the Ergobaby range. So when I say it is a hybrid or halfway between a stretchy wrap and a structured carrier, you're getting the elements that we love about a stretchy wrap. You've got soft, luxurious, beautiful fabric. This is the softest carrier I have ever felt in my life. It is absolutely amazing. I can't stop touching it. You've got these big supportive shoulder straps. It feels like a wrap when it's on. It's very lightweight. It's very comforting. The fabric that you've got against your newborn is very close and cozy. So those are the things that we love about a stretchy wrap, but it's got the structure of a carrier. We've got buckles. It's simple. It's easy to put on. I know that lots of people love the idea of a stretchy wrap, but they get overwhelmed by the fabric and the tying. This has eliminated all of the tying aspects, all the tricky aspects of a wrap, and incorporated all of the features that make a carrier easy to use. So it's important to be aware it's not exactly like a fully structured carrier. It is perfectly designed for newborn babies, and for a bigger baby, it does also expand out and grow with a bigger baby. It can do forward facing as well. So it does have some of those features and functions that we want to see in a structured carrier, but it does only have a weight limit of 11.3 kilos, and it also doesn't have a back carrying option. So this is really going to work, I think, for about 9 months, maybe 12 months, maybe a little bit longer, depending on your baby, of course, how big your baby is. But this is not a toddler carrier. So it's well designed for what it does, which is little babies on your front, whether they are facing you or facing the world. So this is what it looks like when it's off. And to me, that looks a lot like a soft structured carrier. It is just in that stretchy material. So it's a very familiar looking design. However, there is, as I said, a bit of a trick to the waistband, and there are instructions on how to put on the waistband. There are some clues on here. You've got instructions on this part of the carrier as well. There are instructions on the box, in the box, on the internet. There is plenty of opportunity, I think, for parents to get their head around this first step, and then after that, everything from there is super easy. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to hold the carrier like this. So I'm going to turn so you can see I've got the most important thing is you can see the instructions. If you are looking at the instructions and they are the right way up, you're holding it the right way. So hold that out towards you, and the instructions right that here I'm looking at are telling me to turn the waistband. And this is for a newborn. Keep that in mind. This is how we do it for a newborn. I'm turning it towards me. I'm turning it towards me again. That is how I shorten the panel for a newborn. That is so clever. So that is actually how it goes from a carrier that will accommodate, as I said, 9 months, 12 months, maybe a little bit longer, to something that will accommodate a newborn. So hold it out, twist towards you once, twist towards you again, and now I'm going to pop it on my waist. And I really feel like for most people, they are going to be positioning it on their waist for a newborn and also for an older baby, which I will show you how that's going to work once we've gone through this for a newborn. So that's an important thing to remember as well. It's all about this waistband. Now, once this waistband is on, and as you can see, I'm just buckling it on at the side. I quite like a buckle on the side. A lot of carriers these days, I'm finding you buckle it at the back. I do quite like the side buckle. So once that is on, I'm just going to pick up the baby. So if you've seen any of my baby carrier videos before, you'll know what I'm going to tell you to do. Cuddle your baby. Always, any carrier, the first step, cuddle your baby to you. You want to get your baby into position that you want them to end in. I want to be able to kiss the top of baby's head. I want them to be nice and snuggling close to my body. It never works to put your baby in the carrier and then try to pull them up to you. What you're going to want to do is pick baby up, have a cuddle, and then lift the carrier up to your baby. So just lift that fabric up between their legs. It's nice and squishy, so you really can manipulate it around newborn, which is another thing that I think makes this very suitable for a newborn, more so than some of the heavier, more structured carriers. The fact that you can squish it up and make sure it comes up between baby's legs and make sure baby's legs are in a really nice position. So the next thing is I'm just going to pop one hand on the back of my baby's shoulders here, supporting them there. just going to take that piece over my shoulder, swapping hands, reach it around, and then buckle it up. So I don't ever have to take my hands off my baby. I'm just going to give it a little bit of a pre-tighten. I will tighten it up a little bit more at the end. Then same thing, one hand here, this hand takes it over. We swap hands, pull it around, and do it up, and then tighten it. So that is the kind of wrapping portion of this carrier. It wraps around like that, but it is so much quicker and easier than a full, 5 meter long piece of stretchy material. And that is it, it is on. So you could see once I got that waistband on, everything after there was so easy and so simple. Then I like to just kind of cap out these sleeves, so you can just bring that fabric out and just kind of cap it there. So that's another thing I really like about this versus a stretchy wrap is my baby's face, their nose, their mouth has very good airflow through there. Sometimes with a stretchy wrap, you end up with it getting a little bit close to your baby's face. There are definitely things that you can do to avoid that, but I feel like this is just eliminating some risks. It's eliminating some steps and just making it really, really easy for new parents to get it right and to get it safe. So taking it off, super, super easy. We're just gonna undo those buckles really quick, throw it off, and away we go. So just so, so easy. So next up, I'm gonna show you how it grows for a bigger baby. And the waistband obviously is gonna go on a slightly different way. So you're basically going to pick it up like an apron. Again, I wanna be able to see the instructions. They're facing me and I can read them. They're not upside down. So I'm gonna pop it on basically like an apron. And as I said, I'm still going it onto my waist, which is, as a personal preference, I actually really love that. I like carriers that sit on my waist. I know that some people don't prefer that. So maybe that's something to consider. But I know that myself, I actually really, really love a carrier that sits on my waist rather than on my hips. So once I've done that up, it feels like it's upside down. But trust me, it's gonna work out in the end. What's gonna happen is your baby's bottom is actually gonna be at the base of the waistband instead of on top of it. Again, if you've seen my videos, you know that I talk a lot about making sure baby's butt is on top of the waistband. In this instance, baby's bottom is actually going to be below the waistband because that's where the carrier is. And then the carrier scoops up under their butt and comes up their back. So a bigger baby is going to sit nice and deep down into that seat, onto that pocket, and their weight is going to be still on your waist. And it's going to scoop up and around them. So obviously this doll is way too small, so I'm just going to lift him up a little bit. You would not do this with a real baby. So I'm going to pop my hand on the baby and I'm going to pop it on the same way. Let's do this really quickly and get that done up. So there's not a lot different going on with that bigger baby. It's just in the waistband. Everything after that is really just exactly the same. I will just show you though how clever this is. You can see that this part here, where Bubba is sitting, is wider than here, which is where they were sitting as a newborn. That is how it expands out as they grow, which I just think is so, so clever. Also, that curved in shape here that accommodated that newborn and then to a bigger baby is how it makes some space for your bigger baby, again from about 5 or 6 months onward, to go forward facing. This curve here is room for their legs to come forward. So I just think that is so, so clever. So overall, I think that the Ergobaby Embrace is a sweet, simple, cleverly designed, easy to use, and also quite budget-friendly hybrid carrier. It's not quite a wrap, it's not quite a structured carrier, but it really has taken the features of those, the best features of those, and combined it into one very cool carrier. If you have any questions about the Ergobaby Embrace, about any other baby carriers or any other baby products that you would like to see me review, please let me know. And don't forget to subscribe to our social media channels for more parenting product reviews. Have a great day. Bye.